Okay, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Bromsgrove Indoor Bowls. We're screening now the final of the 2 wood singles, and that's between Jason Doherty and Ray Kellard, having come through their semi-finals. And we've got Ray Kellard with the jack, who's about to set the first mark. As we've said before, this is 2 sets of 8 ends. Whoever wins the 2 sets wins the final. If it's 1-1 after the 2 sets, they play a knockout, a tie break, best of 3, and that consists of just winning the end. The points do not matter. It's all about winning 2 ends. Ray's played his first wood and just come up short and tight. As Darren alluded to earlier on, it's all about getting close and putting the pressure on your opponents. And Jason's come up short as well. So, not a very good start by either player. Ray's a lot better this time. About 2 foot short, which gives Jason a little bit of room. And he's definitely up this time. And he's took the first end, 1 to Jason. Good second wood there by Jason, to within 6 inches of the jack. Jason set the mat 2 meters up, and he's bowling to the tee. Just like to thank everybody who's watching and commented on the production for this weekend. Hope you've all enjoyed what you've seen. And Jason's bowled a very good first wood, just past jack eye, about 8 inches to the side of the jack. I know I can tell you Jason is looking forward to the outdoors. This is his last indoor match, so he's had enough, he says. But he's holding 1 at the moment. Ray just coming up a little bit short. Jason's got a good line again here. His weight looks a bit short. Yeah. Oh, at least 2 meters, 2 yards. Ray, I'm sure, will be trying to rest Jason's backwood. But I think he's tight, so he'll be hoping to give his and he has, yeah. I don't know whether he's done enough. Don't think he has, Steve. Yeah, I think Jason's took that one. As I was saying earlier, many thanks to everybody who's watched and supported these showings. It's not an easy job to do. Helen's put a lot of time and effort into it, and I would hope if you do see her at any stage of the outdoor season and you wish for this to happen all next winter, then give her your support and just tell her how much how pleased you are with it, and and we'll hopefully sort it all out for next year. Jason's got a good length on that one, just a little bit wide, but when you put them that close, you don't expect to go two down unless there's two really good woods on the jack. Ray's got good height on this one. I think he's just run through. Jason looks to be a bit heavy here. Yeah. Right, asking about the situation, and the marker telling him. Just looks a little bit heavy to me. I think that's gone through a little bit too far. So Jason's 3 up after 3 ends. Ray asking for a measure, so we'll hold fire on that a little bit. But Steve seemed very positive about it.
Oh, you're alright, you're alright. I can shout across, that'll pick up my voice.
Oh, it's a lot closer than we thought. We're more right, Ellen.
Teammate, there we go. On the outdoor.
Oh God, yes. Oh right, so Ray won that one. There was a little bit of
Did you pick 2 shots up there?
no, just the one.
Still on the board.
Oh
That
right,
must have been a measure, 1 against 2, and
right.
Ray's come out very favourably on that.
Right, so we got in a bit of a tangle there, guys.
Yeah, bit of a run call there from Steve. That's a bit unusual for Steve think he's normally pretty good at looking at the head. But a good shout there for Ray, calling measures. We could have quite easily kicked the woods in there. Are we now on the fourth end?
Fourth end, yes. Yeah. Right, just a little bit wide, but the weight's good.
Cracking effort. Very good reply here from Jason.
Just pulling up
Oh.
though.
Just needed that extra yard, didn't it?
Yeah, the small woods, they do pull up quite quickly.
What's he bowling with? Do you know? He's bowling with some very old woods, isn't he, Jason? I think.
Well, I ain't got a clue, to be honest. They're not blaze, they're lasers, are they?
Oh, they're quite a swingy wood lasers, aren't they? Well, he's got plenty of room to get in on a draw, really, on a good draw shot. Good weight and good line.
Yeah, I think he's light.
Yeah. You'll probably see that as a missed opportunity, I would think, Richard, in this format.
Without a doubt, yeah. I mean, you must, the one thing you must be is, you must be up.
I mean, he's giving two loose shots right there.
He dropped one. Ray dropped was a loose second shot, wasn't he? As well.
Yeah. So halfway through the first set, and Ray's just got his nose in front, 3 shots to 2.
He's shortened the mat. Took it up about 5 metres.
Yep.
Bowl into the jack.
Jack on the tee, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, so 25, 26 metres. He normally bowls around about the 25 to 27 metres, doesn't he, Ray? A good medium to, relatively long length.
One seemed to stay out, didn't it?
Yeah, he's pushed through that, hasn't he? Pushed through that, and he's gone well sliding through. It's still on the rink. You can probably just see the shadow on the edge of the screen. It's about probably 2 foot from the edge of the ditch, and about 2 foot in from the ditch, the rink marker.
But Jason's pulled up short as well.
Yeah, well.
This is where you must put him to the sword.
A good opportunity for Ray to get in here, but he's got quite a bit of adjusting to do on his last wood. And he's following it down. He's looking happier with this one.
Well, it's only just
walking it well, yeah. Still a yard down, isn't it? I'd be surprised if Jason doesn't get in with this one, Richard.
Well, if he doesn't,
he'll be kicking himself big time.
I'll tell you what, he's struggling.
He is as well. Well, that's
atrocious.
That's
I'm sorry, but
it is pretty poor bowling, to be fair. But it's perhaps they're feeling it a bit now. The pressure. 1 shot, Ray. 4 shots to 2 up after 5 ends. Jason really does need to try and get the jack back on this end to keep him in this set.
Yeah, really, I mean, that was definitely an opportunity missed.
How did I miss that? Oh well, to go in the wash anyway. I'll just manage to spill coke all down my new whites.
So Ray,
Well, he's bowling a very consistent mark, isn't he, with his length?
He's
with
pushed it up 5 metres again and got the jack on the tee. Bowled an half decent wood.
Yeah, it's pretty much jack high that is, perhaps half a wood in front. Yeah. I think Jason's short again.
Oh dear, yeah, he's,
The wheels have certainly fallen off a little bit here.
yeah, a lovely line, but
I mean, both players have had an opportunity here to pick up some, some twos, and neither of them have really taken them.
it's a bit tight.
Well, I don't know if he's on good weight. He's well, again.
I mean, really, you should never be anywhere near. I mean, I know we all do it, but
it's a tough. It is a tough format, 2 woods. You've only got 2 woods. If you don't bowl a good first wood, you've got a bit of work to do. Well,
it's better, but it's still short.
I don't know. Could be a measure.
No.
Yeah, one Ray. So they played 6 ends, and Ray's 5 shots to 2 up.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 shots left in this set. And Jason needs to pick up at least 3 of them.
I would think Ray's over the moon with it. That's gone over the last 3 ends.
Jason has to win the next 2 ends to either tie or win the set. Ray just needs to consolidate, and even if he gets second wood, it still puts him in a good position for the final end of the set. Very similar weight and mark to previous ends. Ray using his forehand. I think Ray probably has a slight preference to his forehand.
Oh, this looks heavy to me.
It's not that far through. Weight's not too bad actually. 2 foot maybe.
Yeah,
just
but
missed the green a touch.
You got to say the width as well. It's I mean, we go about the length being good, but it's no good if you're a yard, 2 yards wide.
He's a yard off the jack, but he's only 2 foot through it on weight.
Jason's.
That's a good response from Jason. That'll take a little bit of beating.
Definitely better.
Ray needs to really try and at least get second wood out of this end.
Looks a bit heavy.
So there's a big opportunity here for Jason to get himself right back into this set with one end remaining after this. If he can pick the 2 up, so he's only 1 shot behind Ray, then he only then has to win the next end to get some sort of result, either a tie or a win. I'm not sure if he's quite done enough there, you know.
Honest. The opportunities are going big in here.
He's going to leave himself a lot of work to do if he's not holding 2.
I mean, the thing is, if you're that far through, at least you've given it a chance.
Well, he's got a yard all round there. He's got 2 yards of weights to play with, hasn't he, to get in. I believe he's just picked the 1 up. But you see, yeah, he's won the end, but you've got to pick 2 shots up now to tie, and that's a big ask.
The
The
thing
pressure is definitely on Jason, not Ray.
It's unfortunate that the thing is, we could probably look at four bowls that Jason's bowled where he's let it go away from him.
I think both players had the opportunity to seal this set, or gain a good lead.
Jason's just put the jack in the ditch.
Oh, right, well there you go.
So
You've got to say at the moment Ray has got the edge. Again, Ray's put the mat up to his normal sort of position, about 5 or 6 spots up. I say normal position, it's what he's been doing more of this set. And plonking the jack on the tee, which is about the length he's been bowling pretty much all through both games.
no,
But he has moved the mat a little bit and bowled the jack a little bit short of the tee. But now he's playing the mat to the jack to the tee.
it's just not bad length from Jason, but
I don't think that's going to be good enough to get him 2 shots. I think
no, exactly.
he's either now got to be aiming to get some movement on the jack, or play Ray's first wood out. So he's holding 2, and then at least Ray's got some work to do. Mind you, having said that, Ray's a little bit loose here.
But he's resting.
Well, he's done enough, to be fair. In fact,
Yeah, well,
that's probably enough to win the set, because unless Jason can actually get some movement on that jack, and perhaps, I don't know, play it to the ditch, and hope that his other wood also counts. I'm sure he's aware of what his options are. He's playing his forehand. Yep, he's playing weight. He's trying to pick the jack up. He hasn't managed to do it, so that means Ray's now taken that first set. I think Ray's just... Well, Ray's going to bowl it. I don't think he realises he doesn't need to.
Well, it don't matter, because
He's
Jason's
going to
got one in the
bowl
ditch.
it just for practice.
Jason's got one in the ditch.
Yeah,
So
so the first set to club chairman Ray Kellard. And Jason needs to up his game a little bit if he wants to stay in this match in the next set. So it looks as if Jason's got the mat this end and the jack to start this set off. I'm not sure who won the toss, Richard. Do you know who won the toss?
Jason's the home player.
No, but
I don't know, to be honest.
No. Anyway, irrelevant really. 1 of 2.
There we go.
Is that Spanish, Italian,
I don't know.
Greek?
It's just one of them things I never get right.
Or have you just got a stutter? Right, so where are we now?
Oh, Jason might have drawn this.
I believe that was Ray.
Oh, is it Ray? Sorry.
I believe that was Ray. Looks like Ray's picked up a 2 there. So we're just a little behind with the scoreboard here, so do apologise, but
There we are, we're back.
the score is currently 2 shots to Ray in the second set.
After winning the first.
Yeah, and they're now playing the second end. And this time, Ray's decided to keep the mat right back.
Yeah.
So he's playing full length T, well, virtually T to T. I'm not sure if the mat might just be, the back of the mat might be on the tee, I'm not sure.
Well, we can have a look.
Yep, so that's a full 29 metre mark. Ray bowling forehand, change of tactic here. Probably not a bad thing to do because Jason is really fishing at the moment to try and find something. So if Ray can keep, you know, Ray's adjusting really quickly. I mean, that is a perfect lead wood, isn't it? Really,
yeah,
nice touch.
It is at 2 wood, yeah, definitely. Jason's got to be positive. He can't afford to just.
Well, he doesn't. When we're dropping another 2 this end, the last thing you want to do is 4 shots. Well, he's on a good line. It's just that weight, isn't it?
I could say though, you're better off being a yard through.
Well, if he'd have gone through a yard, it might have given him an option with his second wood to play a bit more positive. But now he's just got to. Well, he's either got to draw to save, or
yeah. But if he goes through a yard, he's got the chance of picking the jack up.
Yeah.
If he's short, yeah.
Well, Ray's done exactly the same thing.
Let him off the hook a bit. Yeah.
Which is, you know, easy to do, but still pretty poor in a final.
I know. We seem to be picking straws as commentators, as such, like, but when you sat here, it is infuriating, really, isn't it? That you see these things. I know it's easy to sit here and pick faults and criticise sometimes, but it's infuriating.
I mean, of course, it's a bit different now as well, is because there's no other games on the rink, so there's very few bodies out there. There's not too many people watching now. There's probably about 20 people in the club in total.
Yeah.
And that does have quite an effect on how the green plays. And I should imagine
slowed up.
The green is probably a bit slow, and the woods probably aren't doing as much, turning as much as the players would normally expect when they're playing on a normal session.
Yeah, I must admit, you saying that, Jason put some real good woods in against Steve.
Yeah.
There
were a few more bodies on the green there, and there had been throughout the afternoon.
Yes.
So, yeah. But now obviously we're into the evening. Temperatures dropping outside. Temperatures dropping on the green. The rink heaters haven't cut in yet, so it's got to be having some sort of effect on how the green is bowling.
Yeah, we're there to date. Right, now here's a chance for Jason.
Well, the green must be flying because Ray's gone sailing through there, Rich.
Everything we say comes back and bites you on the backside.
We're just rambling on, talking rubbish,
yeah.
As you're all probably well aware. But hey ho.
This looks better from Jason.
Yeah, that's more like Jason. That's more like what you'd expect from Jason.
Yeah.
Very good word. All right, looks like you've gone positive wood here, Richard.
It looks heavy to me.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the green right somehow.
I don't know, his green's okay.
Well, he's proved me wrong here. Well,
His green's okay.
what a lovely ball, and well, that's unfortunate. I thought for a moment he was going to drag it through for two.
Right, Jason. Little bit of an opening here. So
it just seemed to be flying when he let go of it.
Yeah.
But, maybe that's just how the angle we're looking at it from here.
well, Jason's got a better wood here.
He has, but he doesn't really want to be plonking the jack. Well, that gets him back in, 2 shots.
Yep, well bowled, done just enough to...
3 ends played, back within 1 shot. He now needs to try and take control now, set a mark he wants to bowl and get a good lead wood in. Straight away then that switches the pressure back onto Ray.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if he can do that, he's probably going to open up a few more opportunities to pick up some shots.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to remember that a draw is no good to Jason. He has to win this.
Jason has to win the set. And I'll tell you what, he's kept it on this time, but he almost ditched the jack again.
He's having a little giggle to himself anyway.
Well,
so.
he is a very happy-go-lucky bloke, isn't he?
He likes a
very
bit
easy going.
He likes a bit of fun and a bit of banter.
Bit of banter and a laugh.
And this isn't too bad.
Well, Jason, you've pulled a pearler there, mate.
It pulls up again now.
Yeah. I think from what we've seen on the recent previous ends, you're not going to be too disappointed with that.
No, without a doubt. That's true.
Coming well here, Richard.
Yeah.
Ray's on his forehand. Blimey. Just about done enough, I think. Jason's, I think he's bowling the backhand. He's turned it over, coming the other way, and really, I think it might have been better on the forehand, Rich. Probably slightly a little bit more room to get in.
The thing is, with his woods...
Well, he's proven me wrong, because he's bowled a perfect ball. That's a
well bowled.
That's a lovely wood.
That is good, very good.
Ray's got to draw that off now, or he's got to be positive into his front wood, and that's not really Ray's shot generally, is it?
No.
I'd expect Ray to be like drawing into it and just hoping to get the jack up.
It's more like
catch the edge of the
Jason,
wood.
that is. If he could have just done that 1 or 2 ends in the last set, it might have been different. But he has to be positive. It's no good, what can I say, pussyfooting about, because Ray isn't going to let him off the hook if he gets a chance.
I mean, sometimes how we're looking at it with the camera angles, it can be so deceptive. I mean, you look at Ray standing on the mat, he's actually 6'2" tall, but you wouldn't think it. Good effort here from Ray.
Oh, I hope he could knock Jason up here, you know. I'll tell you what.
Well,
was,
it's 1 shot, I think, Jason, isn't it, there?
Yeah, so that's just a little bit harder. He'd have, Well, Jason's in the ascendancy now. Can he keep it going?
He's kept the mat back. He's, 1 spot up in front of the mat?
Yeah. Dropped it a little bit short. Probably worried about putting it in the ditch.
And about 26 and a half, 27 metres. Coming down on the forehand.
This doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, slightly tight line, I believe, is it?
It'll hold a little bit.
Well, he's got a result there. That's not a bad start.
Well, all credit to you again, Darren. It's been a good day of bowling.
Yeah, the weekend's been pretty successful.
It has.
A couple of minor errors. I think a couple of players might have been given the wrong medals, but I'm sure that'll all get sorted out. So for those players concerned, apologies. But apart from that, everything's run smoothly. All the players have turned up on the correct days, on the correct times. Haven't had to use any last-minute reserves, which is always a blessing.
Now, all credit to you. It's not easy to organise, but you've done a grand job. Like Chrissy Barton said.
Well, it's not just me. I mean, I've got full of praise for Helen, obviously with setting up the streaming, but also with all the information she keeps putting out on Facebook, keeping everybody informed as to what's happening and what's going on. So it's not just me. There's various people who are doing their bit for the club.
Yeah, well, you're right. I mean, it is a team, but you still have to have that person that generally sets it out.
Well, this set's certainly been turned on its head, hasn't it? Richard, two shots to Jason all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He's 5-3 up after 5 ends.
Really needs to win another end.
Well, end number 6 is always a crucial end in this format.
Without a doubt. But you're right. I mean, there are more people than just you and the markers, the umpire, and that. There's a bevy of people, but as I say, there's normally 2 or 3 people that actually make the thing click.
Well, yeah.
And as you said, you, Ellen, and.
Well, you've got
one or 2 other people.
You've got some real stars at the club. I mentioned before, you've got Jill Obday. I mean, she doesn't play too much in the competition, but she's always willing to step in if we're short or if somebody drops out.
Yeah.
And she's always making herself available to mark and help. And she's not the only one. There are others that help out as well. I've had help this weekend off Rob and Sue Atkinson. They've helped to get the trophies organised, as has Paul Heathcote with the medals. And they've all taken a little bit of the strain off me and made it that little bit more easier.
Well, Jason, this looks good.
Also pointed out 1 or 2 errors regards rink selection and things. Helen, Steve, and 1 or 2 others.
I don't think it's errors. It's just you get a situation where you put them down and you just get that involved with it. You don't realise sometimes. But
the focus is more getting the schedule right, and the rinks really then it can be sorted out on the day. But
it can.
Anyway, back to this. I think Jason's holding, is he?
Yeah, he's definitely holding. Yeah, and that's another one for Jason.
Is it 1 or 2? 1, yeah.
So Ray needs to pick a 2 and a 1 at least.
Yeah, so 6 ends in. Jason's 3 shots in front.
If he can keep Ray down to 2 ones.
And there are only a maximum of 4 shots left to be had in this set. So Ray is now in the situation that Jason was in the end, at this point in the first set. So in all likelihood, I should imagine we'll be going to a tie break.
Jason's just got to keep his nerve now.
If Ray can win both ends and pick 2 twos up, then that's enough to win the match.
Well, a 2 and a 1 would be enough.
Well, actually, yes, he only has to tie, doesn't he? Yeah.
First wood of Jason will tell us a lot. Just a little bit through.
a little bit loose, but it might give him an option with his second wood if Ray happens to nail the jack. As you said earlier, that's better to be there than 2 yards in front of the jack.
It looks a bit tight here, but
Definitely tight.
probably got the shot now. Right, Jason's got to get inside Ray's wood. That's his main concern.
Well, he wants to give Ray something to really beat, doesn't he?
Well, thing is,
within 2 feet ideally. I don't know if that's done enough. I think he's giving Ray the opportunity now to get himself back into this.
Very deceptive, isn't it?
I can't tell who. I wouldn't like to call who's holding. Not from the camera angle here.
Oh, Ray certainly give that a bit of a push.
He's just trying to get the woods out. So I'm guessing from that Jason must be holding a couple. Well, that's the end of the.
Not necessarily.
Well, if it is, if Jason's holding.
If Jason's holding, yeah, but if Ray's holding, there's still a chance. But no, it looks like. Yeah, so.
Yeah, definitely 2 shots there. That's the end of the second set. So they've both won a set now. We've gone to a 3-end tie break. They toss a coin, and the winner of the toss decides
What he wants.
Well,
to
they
do.
decide whether they have control over the first end and the third end, or whether they have control over the second end. And by that I mean either having the mat and the jack or giving it away on those ends. And
There we go.
I think Jason, did Jason win the toss and give it away?
I don't know.
Anyway, Ray's leading off.
I don't think it matters as such, so
Got Matt right up.
there we go. As we said before now, it doesn't matter how many shots you win by, it's just the end.
Yeah.
Trundle in by, which gives Jason the opportunity now to put the pressure on.
Yeah, Ray's going to be disappointed with that.
Fair play to Jason. After that first set, he's battled back.
Well, he's dug in. I mean, both players have had some loose woods, haven't they? I mean, this isn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if they can't get inside there with the second wood, then they need shooting.
This is the most important set. Set of the tie break, really. You win this, at least it gives you the opportunity to.
Yeah, gives you control, doesn't it?
Of course it does. Well, still a nice little gap there.
Well, this is both players went through a tie break in the last round, in the semi-finals. So they know now what's.
I quite like this one.
What their format is. Yeah, this looks as if it's good enough to win the end, doesn't it? Which is all he's got to do. Oh, he's pulling up that. I don't know.
No, I don't think so now. I liked it when it was going down.
Well, he's going to measure it. I think Jace will probably be kicking himself there. That's a golden opportunity to win that end there, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think you still got to turn around and say the first wood of Jason's after Ray's is,
Yeah.
you know, really is should have been a little bit closer to put the pressure on. I fancy Ray's, but
It looks like it. I don't think he was quite touching the wood there.
no.
Let's just see. Yep. So
Right.
Ray's just taken that first end by the narrowest of margins.
And it looks like he's decided to keep the mat, so maybe Jason did give it away.
Yeah. Yep. Who won the toss? And what did Ray choose on the first end? So you get the choice this end, whether you have the mat or the jack. Slight error there, slight misunderstanding. Ray naturally placed the mat down because he won the end, but Jason actually has the option this end, and he's elected to have the mat and the first bowl. Does he have the first bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. He sets the mark, he has the first bowl. And he's gone pretty much full length.
It looks a decent track. What's the weight like?
The track's good, just a little bit.
Probably 4 feet through.
Yeah.
A yard to 4 feet through.
Yeah, this is better.
Yeah. So this is actually game on now.
Yeah.
Jason has to get in here, otherwise it's game over. Well, Jason, you know when to. Well, that's it, I think.
No, that's it. Short, well back. Game over, I believe.
Yeah. And at that, I'm going to just switch off because I've got to go and get the medals sorted out for the presentation.
So we have a winner. Ray Kellard wins the tie break 2-0. Well done, Ray. Congratulations. Commiserations with Jason, who put up a sterling performance. Thanks very much for Steve for officiating, and well done to Darren, co-commentator. Done a splendid job again. Thank you all for watching. Darren has just gone over to sort out the presentation, and that, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen, is the finish of the Bromsgrove Indoor Bowls Club Club Championships for 22-23 from the Winter League. We do hope to see you in the future. We thank you for watching. We're grateful for all your comments and your support, and we hope very much to do all this next season. And we would still like your comments and any thoughts you've got on for us to improve the situation. And once again, from Helen, myself, Darren, thank you very much for letting us entertain you in the way we have done. Thank you.